Hey folks, a massive winter storm just hammered the East Coast and New England on December 2nd, 2025, turning roads into ice rinks and sparking a wave of serious car crashes across the U.S. This bomb cyclone dumped heavy snow, brutal winds, and freezing ice from the Midwest through the Great Lakes, Appalachians, and up to New England, putting over 45 million Americans under winter alerts. Travel turned nightmarish with slippery highways causing hundreds of accidents, like over 600 in Pennsylvania alone, plus airports scrapping thousands of flights and schools shutting down. Strong gusts and hail made driving a total gamble, with reports of pileups, skids into ditches, and even fatalities from wrecks on slick roads in states like Missouri, Kansas, and Virginia. It's the first big storm of the season and one of the widest cold snaps since Thanksgiving, hitting just as folks were getting back into winter routines. Picture this. In places like Pottsville, Pennsylvania, paths turned to slushy mud after the onslaught, with folks braving the mess to walk their dogs the next day. From Midwest blizzards breaking records to Northeast chaos, this one's a stark reminder to check forecasts, prep your tires, and stay off the roads when it gets this bad. According to the National Weather Service, over 45 million folks across the U.S. are dealing with winter storm warnings, advisories, or watches right now. That's hitting states from Kentucky and North Carolina all the way up to New York, Massachusetts, and Maine. In New England and the northern mid-Atlantic, close to 5 million people are under straight-up winter storm warnings. Expect 5 to 12 inches of snow, with some spots seeing even more heavy accumulations that could make things dicey. Roads and bridges are at risk for thick ice buildup, turning travel into a real hazard. Picture this. A guy out there plowing snow from a parking lot at a hotel in Northampton, Massachusetts, just yesterday, December 2nd. That kind of scene is playing out everywhere the storm's hitting hard. Out in the Midwest, things ramped up early Tuesday with cities like Columbus, Cleveland, and Detroit buried under serious snow. Central Ohio took the brunt, racking up 3 to 5 inches in hours. Columbus clocked over 4 inches by 8 a.m., and Newark nearly hit 6, topping the area. Vehicles were crawling along I-78 in Kutztown, Pennsylvania, through the blizzard conditions on Tuesday too. Further west, another brutal cold front is slamming the central and western U.S., keeping this wild winter weather on the move. Stay safe out there, bundle up, and check those road conditions before heading out. A guy in Salem, New Hampshire, digging his car out from under a blanket of snow during that brutal storm on Tuesday, December 2nd. Talk about a wake-up call for winter prep. Things got wild on the roads too. Over in Mason County, West Virginia, a truck driver had a close call at 5 a.m. when ice sent his rig sliding right off U.S. Route 35. The cab dangled off a bridge like something out of a movie. Rescue crews and fire teams jumped in with heavy gear, pulled him out safe and sound, no injuries, but that stretch stayed shut for hours. Up in Vermont, heavy snow turned Route 9 into a slip and slide. A car spun out, smashed a utility pole, but thankfully everyone walked away. New York saw a bunch of crashes on Interstate 87. Cars stuck everywhere from the weather. West of Cleveland, I-70 shut down after a big slide-off wreck, and around Columbus, highways turned into parking lots with all the backups. Stay safe out there, drivers, and check those forecasts before hitting the road. We're looking at a single vehicle crash on Route 9 in Marlborough, Vermont, from Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025. During a snowstorm, a car slipped off the road and struck a utility pole. Conditions were slippery and challenging, leading to this accident. Similar winter weather hit Pennsylvania, where many interstates saw vehicle restrictions. Especially in the eastern parts of the state, steady snowfall started early, making travel slow and tricky. In places like Kutztown, the Lehigh Valley, and Clark's Summit, roads were covered with snow, forcing drivers to be extra cautious. On Interstate 78, visibility was low and the roads were slick, causing everyone to move slowly and carefully. Here's an image showing someone clearing snow from a sidewalk in Pottsville, Pennsylvania, on that same day. The winter storm didn't just affect the roads. In fact, hundreds of flights were delayed or even canceled at major airports, including those in Boston, Philadelphia, and New York. Meanwhile, in Chicago, still bouncing back from last week's record-breaking November snowfall, O'Hare Airport reported more than 20 centimeters of snow in just one day. That's the highest amount of snow ever recorded there in November, beating the previous record set way back in 1951. Meteorologists have traced the storm back to a weak system forming in the central U.S. But as it neared the East Coast, it gained strength, fueled by moisture from the Atlantic. When the cold air from the north clashed with the warmer, humid air coming in from the east, it created a textbook winter storm. This brought heavy snow and hail across a wide area. Looking ahead, forecasters are watching for a second winter storm expected later this week. This one could impact the Ohio Valley, the Great Lakes, and maybe even parts of the Northeast. The National Weather Service has issued warnings for coastal Maine, saying snow and ice could make travel dangerous from Tuesday morning through Wednesday morning. If you live in those areas, the advice is clear. Avoid travel if you can, keep emergency supplies handy, and stay tuned to the latest weather updates. This first major winter storm of the season is already causing trouble across the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic, and it signals a tough winter could be on the way. With another big storm possibly hitting soon after, officials are urging everyone to be ready for back-to-back weather challenges. This major blizzard has already led to serious accidents across the country, so staying informed and prepared is more important than ever. If you found this update helpful, please hit the like button, share with friends, and subscribe for more weather news. Stay safe out there.